homemade distiller is very fun to work with it, and then it's very easy to order to do it. It's not very expensive, especially people who like to drink whiskey. This is the easiest way to be independent on whiskey that we like to drink. We can make whiskey from wine, from anything that it doesn't work well. Bad wine, don't throw away, distill them. You will get good vodka or good whiskey from it. Or people who like to do herbal study or like to use herbs for daily life, this is the good tools, because we can make oil from citronella, oil from eucalyptus, or from mint, from oregano. Anything that we have, we can make oil from it easily with these tools. So distiller is very simple and easy. It can turn to career, it can turn to something fun that we like to do easily. You can start from make a diagram, simple diagram, and give to the stainless steel shop, and then they will do it for us easily. The diagram don't need to have the exactly scale. We just draw to make them understand easily. And in the basic thing is we need to have 2 tanks, 2 drums. Each one have about 40 inches diameter. So it's you can make it smaller and bigger. It's okay, but this size is quite convenient for me. And the height is about 60 inches. So 60 by 40 inches. That's the diameter and the height. And then after that we will have the handle. We will make the handle on the bottom. That will help to hold these 2 tanks together very well. And then the top one can be handle and can be the pipe in the same time. This is where the steam from the first tank will go to the second tank. And when we come to the second tank, the pipe will curl up like this, like a snake. Yeah, the shop can do this part for us easily, and it stick out on the side of the tanks. So I think when the shop see that, they understand easily. I'm not very good about drawing, but I think you can imagine easily. This is where the water will come out. And then we have the drainage valve, the drainage valve here. And what I did not do it with me is like the top part, we need to have another valve here. So when we boil it, the water, hot water will go up to the top, and then cold water will be at the bottom. So if we distill a lot, we can connect the bottom with the normal pipe, and then the hot water can go out. We can turn it on all the time. So the hot water will be out and the cold water will replace it. So the first tank, we need to have very good lid. So this lid is stainless steel lid also. So we need to have the system that we can lock it very well too. That's all. So now we can look at the real one, the one that I use it. This is the handle at the bottom. This one just connect the 2 drums together, that's all. The top one, it works as a handle and works as a pipe also. Inside, this is where we put something that we want to distill in here, and then the steam will go to the pipe. And we need to make sure that we close the lid very well before we start to steam it, because if the lid closes well, all the steam will go to this pipe, and then after the pipe, it will go in the second tank, the second pot. This pot is going to be the pipe will curl up like this. It's like a snake. So this will fill up with cool water, normal water, to make the steam condense and cool down. And when it condenses, it will come out to this pipe. So we're just collecting everything here. It's very simple. That's all, the whole thing. So when we steam it, we need to make sure that the lid closes tight. Sometimes we can put some clean cloth around if it's not tight enough. This is the lid that I made it because I can tighten very well with this screw. This is the way I made the lid. I can tighten up. So put it in the right place and then screw to tighten it. It worked very well with this simple technique, so it don't need to be very complicated. So that's all I did. 4 of them, that's good enough. This is the drainage pipe. Actually, this pipe is easy to drain the water when we want to clean it. I love to use firewood because I don't need to pay for anything. And today I'm going to show you how to distill rice wine. If you make wine, any kind of wine, if it's not good, don't throw away because we can distill it. When we distill it, it can be vodka or whiskey or something like tequila. So when we start the fire on the stove, we just set up the distiller on top. So the one we want to distill will be above the fire, but the cool water will be on top of the bricks. This is our rice wine. Actually, this rice wine is very good, very sweet, very nice. But because we have too much, so we don't want to keep it as rice wine. We want to make it into whiskey. I just dump the rice wine in the first pot that it's going to be on top of the stove. Normally, don't do this. It will be good to strain it first. Take all the liquid, no fiber, because the fiber can make it burn easily. If we know how to control the fire very well, you can do like this. And then after that, just put the lid on top of the rice wine pot. This part need to make it very, very tight. In the second pot that stand on top of the bricks, we just add normal water in there, just to fill up water to cover the pipe. That is good enough. And then when the water hot, we can scoop it out and replace it with normal water again. And after we boil it for a while, you can see the steam will come to the pipe, and then it pass the cool water, it start to condense. When it condense, so we need to test, is that good enough alcohol or not? The simple way villagers like to do, use dry cloth to absorb the alcohol that were distilled already. This is a simple way. And then when we make it wet with alcohol, we can try to burn it with the fire. If it catch fire easily like this, that means it's very high contents of alcohol. This can be 60%, 70% or up to 80% of alcohol. It can burn very well like this. We can start to collect them, and then we can keep test it often. Every bottle we need to test. We can test by drink it or by burning it like we did before. So if it's too low alcohol, we don't need to take it. We just stop. And then we can put all the bottle that we got mixed together. We'll get a very good whiskey. This is very easy way to make whiskey from any wine that we have. This is our old mulberry wine. It's not taste good at all. So instead of throwing away, we just distill them, and then we will get very good whiskey after that. So it's just perfect. We can use whiskey for anything as we want. This kind of distiller is just perfect to extract the oil to get the perfume from roses, any kind of flowers, or the oil from lemon leaves or lemon fruit or cafe lime like this. When we distill for oil, mainly we'll get very little of oil on top of the water, so we can use syringe to suck it out. It's very small amount, but it's so strong. Oregano oil is so good for fever and coughing or sore throat. So when we have too much oregano, it's good to extract them and save them as oil. It's more useful for us. Most of plants or herbs can be extracted like this. We can use the oil that we got for many different ways, mainly for healing, for cooking, for many things. Like cafe lime is so good for shampoo to get rid of your dandruff. So it's fun to have distiller. It's fun and good. If you're interested about self-reliance technique, we are going to have a Get Grounded course in November 9 to 13, 2022. And another course will be on December 2 to 6. The first course will be in the northeastern of Thailand in Yasothon. The second course in December will be in Chiang Mai, northern of Thailand. So Get Grounded course will be about how to be self-reliant, we will learn about how to build our own house, and we learn about how to grow our own food, how to cook our food, and learn how to do what we use in our daily life, including the basic self-healing in case we don't have access to conventional medicine, or we don't want to use conventional medicine. We can help ourselves. So if you're interested about this course, you can see more detail in our website panpanthailand.org, or you can email us on panpan.yasothon@gmail.com. We will have fun together. It's fun to be self-reliant.